In a future where digital media had completely overtaken physical books, the once bustling city of Elmsworth had become a graveyard of forgotten libraries. Among the few remaining structures was the ancient Elmsworth Library, its grand facade crumbling but still majestic. Inside, a solitary figure moved silently between the towering shelves, Mara, the last librarian. Mara had devoted her life to preserving the few thousand books that still remained. She loved the feel of paper between her fingers, the smell of aging ink, and the stories that whispered from the pages. Every day, she dusted the shelves and catalogued new arrivals, though in recent years, there had been few. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting shadows that danced across the library floor, Mara stumbled upon a hidden door behind a row of encyclopedias. It was slightly ajar, and a faint glow emanated from within. Curiosity piqued, she pushed the door open and stepped into a narrow corridor lined with more books, but these were unlike any she had ever seen. The air was charged with an electric energy, and as she reached for a book, its cover shimmered. The title read The Lost Tales of Elmsworth. Intrigued, she opened it. The words flowed off the pages and wrapped around her, pulling her into a vivid world where stories came to life. And suddenly, Mara found herself in a lush forest, the sounds of rustling leaves and distant laughter surrounding her. Before her stood a group of characters, knights, wizards, and talking animals who welcomed her as if they had been waiting for her arrival. They spoke of a great darkness that threatened to consume their realm, a force driven by the erasure of stories and knowledge. Realizing that her love for books had somehow connected her to this world, Mara felt a surge of determination. She would not let this magical realm, much like her own, fade into obscurity. With the help of her newfound friends, she set off on a quest to gather the lost tales and restore the balance of creativity and imagination. Days turned into weeks as they battled shadowy creatures that fed on forgotten stories, journeyed through enchanted forests, and navigated ancient ruins. Each adventure strengthened Mara's resolve and deepened her understanding of the importance of storytelling. Eventually, they reached the heart of the darkness, a cavern filled with swirling shadows and the echoes of countless abandoned stories. In the center stood a figure cloaked in darkness, the embodiment of oblivion. With her friends by her side, Mara confronted the figure, reciting tales of bravery, love, and hope. As she spoke, the shadows writhed, and light began to break through. The stories she cherished sparked a brilliant glow, pushing back the darkness. With a final, powerful declaration of her love for literature, Mara unleashed a wave of energy that illuminated the cavern, banishing the figure into the depths of forgetfulness. With the darkness defeated, Mara and her friends celebrated their victory. But as the magic of the realm began to fade, she realized it was time to return to her own world. Her friends gifted her a single book from the enchanted library, a tome filled with the stories they had saved. When Mara returned to the Elmsworth Library, it was as if no time had passed. The air was still thick with dust, but now, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. With the magical book in hand, she began to write, bringing her adventures to life on the pages of her own world. As she wrote, the library thrummed with energy, and one by one, the lights of Elmsworth flickered back to life. People began to visit the library again, drawn in by the tales that emerged from its depths. The stories would live on, preserving not only the magic of imagination but also the heart of humanity itself. Mara, the last librarian, was no longer alone. She had become a guardian of stories, ensuring that no tale would ever be lost again.